Hello there. Welcome to Old Iron Garage. Thanks for tuning in this afternoon. This is going to be, I'm going to try to make this a fairly short video since my last one was kind of long. Today I'm just going to be doing things in preparation to get my Bolens 1970 Bolens 1253 up and going. So I don't have an engine in it yet, but I figured one thing I can do is I can grease all grease zerks in the tractor and change the gear oil in the rear end in the transaxle. So I haven't had this thing up and going yet, so I don't know if the transaxle's any good. But worst case scenario, I've got enough good parts to fix it if it's bad. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and change the gear oil in it and assume that it's good. So yeah, without further ado, let's get going. Lose the jacket. Where do I want to start? Let's start with draining the gear oil in the transaxle and let that drain for a bit. Got this metal bowl here. I believe it's from like an old rice cooker. I use it to catch oil. The garage floor is rather muddy and dirty, so I've got this Harbor Freight moving blanket that I'm going to lay down on the floor. These are cheap and they are great for laying on the ground. If you have to get on the ground to work and you don't want to get wet or you don't want to get dirty or muddy or whatever, these moving blankets are perfect for that. Come on now. I'm hoping that I don't, for some reason, find water in here. It's coming out pretty thick, but looks like gear oil to me. Smells like gear oil. Must be gear oil. So I'm gonna just let that drain for a while. I'm actually also gonna go ahead and take out the fill plug, because obviously we're gonna need that out later anyways. But that will allow it to drain faster because it will allow air to enter into this casing. Yep, there it comes out a little bit faster. Alrighty, on to the next thing. Greasing everything. We're going to start underneath the tractor. There's one that a lot of people totally forget about or don't even know is there. That's at the very bottom of the steering column. There is a grease zerk. Not a lot of people know it's there. Well, at least not enough, apparently, because they seem to never get greased. Seems like every other neglected tractor I bring home is rusted and frozen up at that point, at that location, the very bottom of the steering column, and we end up having to heat them and grease them to get them to free up. I don't remember if it takes a 90-degree elbow or not, so I'm just going to go ahead and have it here with me. I'm going to take the hat off. Using my pneumatic grease gun, it does a good job, and it's fast and easy. Let's see. Gonna be able to find it. Where are you? It's kind of a bear to get to. Okay, it is on the back side of the steering column in the bottom, and it seems like it might take a no, I don't believe it will take a 90 degree, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and use this 90 degree fitting for my grease gun, because the hose on this, I need to put a longer hose on this grease gun. It's got a short one, and this will make it easier to do. This one is always a bear. You almost have to be completely under the tractor, which means I'm gonna have to be in the mud a little bit. Good thing I haven't showered yet today. Why did I lay it down on this side of the tractor? It's easier from the other side. Of course, I forgot about that. There. It is on. Let's hope the grease goes in. You can't really see up in there, so I'm just gonna... it came off. That's nice. Well, anyways, as I was saying, I can't really see up in there, so I'm just gonna give it a whole bunch of pumps of grease. If some comes out, that's fine. I'd rather have too much than too little. Any excess will just pump right out, so. Seems like I'm gonna have to probably... I apologize, I am having grease gun issues. It appears that my 90 degree fitting just came apart. That's cool. That's really nice. And the end of it is stuck in the grease gun. Well, okay, forget the fitting. Oh gosh, I hope I can get this short hose onto there. This is not, like I said, this is not an easy one to get to. Oh, come on. I apologize if you can see my belly hanging out. I'm sure it probably is. I'm not a small guy. Trying to watch and see if I can see grease coming out. Okay, there it is. I see grease coming out. Good deal. Now if I can climb out from under here. Oh. Oof. Have I mentioned that's a hard one to get to? That one's a hard one to get to, if I haven't mentioned it. Sorry. All right. So Now, the next thing is front. We have, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4 grease zerks to address in the steering. Yeah, I wanted to get the worst one over with first. I knew it's going to be rough. I always dread doing that one. So, yeah, moving on. We have 4 grease zerks that are going to be in the steering. 2 of them for the spindles, 1 for each spindle, and then 2 of them for the wheel, for the wheels, 1 for each front wheel. Seems that it's been a while since this has been greased. All right, now let's try this one. I think my grease gun either ran out of grease, which I don't think it has, or it's something's going on with it, because it's now suddenly, it just pumped grease out on the last one, but not this one. So, okay, forget the pneumatic grease gun. Thought I'd have some fun and get to play with that one today, but maybe not. We're going to go to a manual hand pump grease gun. One moment. Wipe it off. Sorry for the delay. I wasn't planning on switching grease guns. All right. I know this one will work. Here we go. I'm going to hit this one again just to be sure that there's enough grease in it. Yep. Now, for the grease zerks, for the front wheel bearings. A lot of these grease zerks on these old tractors usually get neglected. For some reason, a lot of people nowadays don't think that you need to grease anything that has a grease zerk. Maybe some people nowadays don't even know what a grease zerk is. hard to say. Alrighty. Well, it's coming out. It's not coming out the usual place though. It actually popped off the dust cap on the outside and it's coming out there. Clean off this grease zerk. Alrighty. The wheels sometimes can take quite a bit if they haven't been greased in forever. Alright, it's coming out back here. And, wow, a decent amount came out up there too. Out there. Those dust caps must not be on very tight. Usually that doesn't happen. I think that's a first for me. Ugh. In one more place. The PTO needs grease. Just gonna grease it until I see it coming out. Oh, I can hear it coming out. Didn't see it, but I could hear it squishing out. So, our tractor is now greased. At a later time, I will go back and revisit the one at the bottom of the steering column, but and just pump a little more in there with the manual grease gun, just to be sure I got enough in there. I know the pneumatic one was pumping, but it seems to have kind of quit. So, anyways, back to the, let's get this hose out of the way. One less trip hazard. Back to the transaxle, the gear oil. So for that, I have this jug. The label came off of it because I've had this jug for a long time. I just reuse this jug over and over because usually I end up getting the smaller, like quart size containers of gear oil. And I just put them in here because I have a pump that fits this. But so I just wrote on it what it is. A lot of mine tend to leak pretty heavy. Normally I'd use 80-90, but a lot of mine tend to leak pretty heavy from seals going bad, so I run a little bit heavier stuff. But at some point I'm going to start going through and fixing all the leaky transaxles. Then I'll switch to 80-90. But for now, I'm running heavier stuff because it will leak slower. Except for the tractor I use in the wintertime. I do run 80-90 in that. But anyways, I'm actually going to end up switching to buying gear oil by the 5-gallon bucket. That's what I did for motor oil for small engines. Anyways, enough talking. Put the drain plug back in. Don't want to pump new fluid in there if it's going to pour right back out. So it appears to be done draining. All right. is tight enough. I am going to move the drain pan back under it though, because you fill it until it starts to come out the fill hole. That's how you know it's full, when it comes up to the fill hole. So I'm going to put that drain plug back under there, or the drain pan back under there, because I will have some that's going to drip out. This is going to be a little slow. This is going to take a little while because this oil is kind of cold. It's like 40 degrees out here in the garage. So the oil's a little slow moving. So this could take several minutes, but you get the idea. Yeah, I definitely could benefit from having the 5-gallon bucket of gear oil with the pump that goes in it. That's the setup that I have for motor oil for small engine applications. Straight 30 weight. This sure is taking long enough. Should be getting close soon. Don't know if you can hear my dogs barking, but they're always barking at something. Could be a squirrel or a bird or something. But they make excellent guard dogs, and I'm very happy to have them. They're a bit bigger dogs. One of them's kind of normal, full-size dog. He's a boxer. The other one is a bit bigger. He's half American Bulldog and half Cane Corso. And I love them both to death. We spoil them rotten. My fiance and I spoil them rotten. My fiance and I each have a kid of our own. We don't have one together, but those dogs are like our kids too. It looks like it might be getting almost full. I'm going to take this out and check. Come on out of there. No, not yet. Yeah, this takes a while when it's cold. If this stuff was warm, if it'd be summertime, it'd be full already. I guess I didn't think that through. I also should have brought you guys down here so you can watch, but you're not really missing much. I'm just pumping this pump. But I didn't think I totally forgot about it being cold. It would take this long. So my apologies. And all right, it is full. So I'm going to put in the fill plug. Tighten that up, and we will call that a video. All right, it is tight. All right, folks. There's your next installment on the resurrection of this Bolens Husky 1253. There we are. Sorry if that was a little more tedious there at the end than I intended it to be. But anyways, thank you for tuning in, and if you like the content on this channel, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you.